Welcome to the JayGravesReport College Football Weekly Preview, Week 10. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Previewing the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Let's go to the Midwest. First ball game. Old Dumb Navy goes to number 25, Notre Dame, to play in South Bend in front of Touchdown Jesus. Now, I will say this. Why in the world is Notre Dame continuing to play the dumb military academies? Now, these boys, I give them mad props for being soldiers, for getting out there, protecting the country. I'm all with that. It's mad love. But these ain't football players, bruh. These ain't football players. Why does Notre Dame keep playing these duds? They got the Air Force coming to town, then they have Navy coming to town. They playing the Army. They might as well play the doggone National Guard, bruh. Come on, man. These aren't real football players. Now, another problem I got with this ball game, and this is a huge problem. The Notre Dame Leprechaun keeps gaining weight. This done, I had him on a Dick Gregory. That didn't work. I put him on the Jenny Craig. That didn't work. Put him on the South Beach diet. That didn't work. This done is up to a 44 waist. So now, the Leprechaun uniform don't even fit. We had to go out and buy this done, a Oompa Loompa outfit to wear this weekend. He got on a jumpsuit. He gonna be out there in a leprechaun hat and a jumpsuit because his outfit doesn't fit. It's a problem, bro. Let's move on to the next ball game. Mississippi State Cowbells goes to number 14, South Carolina. Now, South Carolina comes off of a huge win last weekend in Mizzou. Went into double overtime with these duds and beat them. They were going into the fourth quarter. They were down 17-0. And my man Connor Shaw comes off the bench, puts in work, goes for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns on these done because Dylan Thompson wasn't getting the job done. Now, the problem is Connor Shaw is still banged up. He got the sprained knee and dealing with a virus this weekend. So, he's questionable. If he plays this ball game, they don't have a problem beating the dumb Mississippi State Cowbells because they dub. But if he doesn't play, it might be a problem. But I'm going to go on and go with South Carolina winning this ball game because Connor Shaw showed too much pride and heart, and he won't let these boys down. So let's move on to the next ball game. Number 21, Michigan goes to number 22, Michigan State. In-state rivalry game. Both teams have only lost one ball game. Michigan is 6-1. Michigan State 7-1. Here's the problem, bruh. Michigan State has the best defense in the country, and Michigan scores crazy points but can't play defense. So I gotta go with Michigan State in this ball game because they can stop Michigan from scoring points, but Michigan can't stop a running pantyhose, bruh. Horrible defense. Let's move on to the next ball game. Number 18, Oklahoma State goes to number 15, Texas Tech. Now, Texas Tech ran into a buzzsaw last weekend at Oklahoma. They came in undefeated, but the problem that most boys didn't realize with Texas Tech, they turned the ball over. They turned the ball over too much. They're 9th in the country with 19 turnovers, 12 of them interceptions. You cannot turn the ball over in big ball games. See, they got through the first part of their schedule. They turned the ball over 3 times against Stephen A. Austin, F. Austin, Texas State, Iowa State, and TCU. You can turn the ball over all day long against those teams. Can't turn it over against better teams. Now, they got to show up and play Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has 12 takeaways, 13 interceptions. They rank 8th in the country in takeaways. Just on those stats alone, you got to go with Oklahoma State because they are opportunists. They're gonna take care of the football, take the football from them, and Texas Tech gonna turn it over. Let's move on to the last ball game, the big ball game. Number 7, Miami goes to number 3, Florida State. Now, one of my homeboys, Wayne Messer, told me this years ago. He was on the 93 Florida State team that won the national championship. He said the biggest rivalry game in the country is Florida State-Miami. Why? Because there's more first-round draft picks playing in this ball game than any other game in the country. He was right 20 years ago. Right now, all the first-round draft picks are playing for Florida State because Miami don't have all the first-round draft picks like they used to. But in this ball game, it's going to be huge. Take the records off the table. They both 7-0. Take the rankings off the table because they both in the top 10. This is a ball game where boys are playing against cats they played against in high school or played with in high school, so the rivalry goes deep. I'm going with famous Jameis this weekend. Hey, it ain't even going to be close. Florida State, like I told you before, is going to play for the national championship, and it starts this weekend. It's your man Jay Graves Report from the JayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy.